Welcome back, Honestman, Fallout 4, first playthrough. I'm here at the Boston airport. I've got Danse and Codsworth buzzing around. A little bit of housekeeping first. Again, it's super frustrating, but some audio issues on the last one. Again, thankfully, it was kind of restricted to just a middle part, so it wasn't the entire thing, and it wasn't even most of the video. But I have now completely uninstalled the virus scan software that I was previously using, going with a different strategy to protect my PC from now on, and just crossing my fingers. I'm hoping that was the problem once again, and or hope for the best. Okay, so that said, I did want to chat with these guys a little bit, see if they had anything.
Codsworth. Your thoughts?
Chemically speaking, alcohol is a solution.
Yeah, indeed.
Your thoughts?
Only the anxiety of what future adventures await us, sir. I'm sorry, did I say anxiety? I meant anticipation.
Your thoughts?
Yes, well, isn't this all very exciting?
That was all I had.
All right, then.
I feel like he's close.
Planes that were blown across the airport. It's amazing the tower survived. What's our next move?
Paladin Danse.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
All my hopes go with you for a successful mission, Paladin Danse.
Sure, Codsworth. Thanks. Would it be possible to speak off the record for a moment?
Oh, here we go.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is difficult for me to say, so I hope you'll bear with me as I try to get through it. When you were first placed under my sponsorship, I had some serious reservations about it. Despite all that, this has turned out to be a rewarding experience for both of us. At this point, honestly, I don't feel like there's anything else I could teach you about being a Brotherhood soldier that you don't already know. It's apparent from your attitude and your actions that you intend to keep those ideals close to your heart.
I'm flattered to hear this, but I feel like there's more.
There is. I'm just not very good at these sort of things. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up alone in the capital wasteland. Spent most of my childhood picking through the ruins and selling scrap. When I was a bit older and had a few caps to my name, I moved into Rivet City and opened a junk stand. While I was there, I met a guy named Cutler. We got along pretty well. Watched each other's backs and kept each other out of trouble. When the Brotherhood came through on a recruiting run, we felt like it was a way out of our nowhere lives. So we joined up.
So this is thick with Fallout 3 references. Obviously Rivet City is Fallout 3, but these names, Cutler, and maybe even Danse himself. I might just be missing some references here.
Are you ignoring?
Rivet City. Must be post-war because I've never heard of it.
You're right. It was a settlement built inside the remains of a beached aircraft carrier. One of the safest places to live in the capital wasteland until the Brotherhood arrived. It was the perfect location for me to try my hand at being a merchant.
I have a hard time picturing you as anything but a soldier.
Clearly, I was ignoring my calling. Anyway, about a year after we were posted to the Prydwen, Cutler vanished on a scouting op. It took some convincing, but I was able to persuade my CO to let me assemble a squad and search for him. It took almost 3 weeks, but we tracked his team down to a super mutant hive. Those wretched abominations had slaughtered everyone but Cutler. He should have been so lucky. The mutant bastards used their FEV to change him into one of their own kind. He wasn't Cutler anymore. I had to... It was my duty to put him down.
You did the right thing.
It's what I was taught. I don't know if it was right. Ever since Cutler died, I've seen other soldiers come and go. Some were brave, some were honest. Hell, some were even downright heroic. But I'd never considered any of them to be a good friend. A friend like Cutler was. Until now. It's a good feeling, but it frightens me all the same. Having a bond with someone, then losing them. It changes you. I don't want to go through that again.
It'll never come to that. I promise.
Even though I'm well aware that you have no control over it, I appreciate the sentiment. I just thought you deserved to know how I felt. If you feel that I've overstepped my bounds, I completely understand. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to listen.
Hey,
All right.
Paladin Danse.
Is something amiss?
Your thoughts?
I think you should stay on point. Your instincts seem to be right on target.
Your thoughts?
I have to admit, I'm very impressed. You're quite a soldier.
That was it.
Affirmative.
Power armor bros. He loves me. He's got to be close. He leveled up so fast, I feel like. And Codsworth is stuck behind the vending machine. Way to be, Codsworth. You're the man. So I think that didn't dissuade me at all from the agenda, which I think we're going to do this little side mission here.
What's the mission?
Search and retrieve research patrol, sir. I collect data. You watch my back.
Let's do this.
Roger that. Here's the location. I'll follow your lead, sir.
All right. I'm expecting him to fast travel with me. Boston military checkpoint. Yeah, so we're just going to warp into the salvage that we just cleared and then head east from there. Yeah, that is a lot of rats. And this is super close. There we go.
If you are in distress, please proceed to the South Boston Military Checkpoint Parade. Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook.
Last mistake.
Is it? Oh.
This checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion. It is currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition.
It's a bit slow on the trigger there.
Something significant.
This safe house is for military personnel only. Citizens, including non-military families, will be turned away for matters of national safety.
That is going to blow up now.
This message will repeat.
Alright, Piercer helped me there, I think. Scribe, get back in the building. Get in here. That truck is going to blow up and kill you.
This is an emergency message to all Commonwealth Army soldiers. Emergency protocol 17.
All set. Ready when you are to head back.
Yep, it's going to blow up. Okay. I'm just going to turn this off. There's got to be a transmitter here somewhere. But I'm going to take a peek around. I'm going to take a peek around with Dance. See if we can find the source of that and turn it off. Also wanted to make sure that didn't kill anyone. So we're going to do a quick sweep and then come back. And if I don't find anything, I'll just warp straight back to the airport to turn the scribe back in. Finish this up. Okay, so we've got a magazine here. Super easy. Ballistic weapons.
Currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition.
There is some power armor on the side here behind the terminal. It's T60, pretty nice. I'm probably going to grab it. I could not find the source of that super annoying siren or whatever. So we're going to go on this one to read. It's the same terminal as the one inside. I just want to check the current orders here. Department of the Army, Echo Company, Memorandum, Search and Seizure Procedure. Effective August 1st, 2077. So this is basically the summer right before the bombs fell. All vehicles traveling through designated checkpoint must submit to a full stop and inspection. Inspections may include the stripping and deconstruction of suspicious vehicles. Citizens are to wait inside the designated areas during inspection, avoiding communication at all times. At no time will they be allowed to tamper with the vehicle until an inspection has ended. Magazines and other approved periodicals may be made available during the waiting period. A civilian may leave once the inspection is passed. Should an inspection result in an inoperable vehicle, the vehicle and/or all parts will be shipped to the civilians within 10 to 15 business days. Soldiers are instructed to refer the civilians to a list of taxi services available in your area. Upon the detection of any contraband, as listed in the field manual, please contact the military police immediately and detain vehicle's passengers until arrival. Means of detainment are subject to the discretion of the highest-ranking officer on site. So basically they stop everyone, and if they don't like the sound of you or the look of you, they can take your vehicle apart. And that's what happened to the Wu family here. They were detained. The vehicle was dismantled, and they found absolutely nothing. But obviously, the Wu family was not too pleased about this. And because they protested, probably in Chinese, they were detained by the military police. So yeah, things were going great before the bombs fell. All right, we're gonna head back to the airport here. Okay, so correction, it's not the airport. We need to go to the Prydwen to turn this in. So we are back here.
Finished your mission?
Yes, sir.
Ah, wonderful. Here's your payment. Now, we do have more scribes lined up and ready to go. Be sure to find me if you can assist again.
I found some technical documents for you.
Splendid. I'll put them to use right away. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully, and you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find.
Proctor,
Ah, Knight. You have tech...
I can handle another patrol.
Good. Good. There's too much information out there, and it mustn't go to waste. Meet the scribe on the ground. Your mission is to escort and protect a scribe while locating a data source. Once found, the scribe will extract the data, and you'll return both data and scribe safely back to the base.
Okay. So I think what's up next is we are going to... I'm not going to keep running these scribe quests. I just wanted to do one to kind of see what it was like. I'm with Dance already. We're going to go to the Institute and try to check this out. I have no idea how it's going to play out. So I'm going to go drop the power armor, get back to my regular gear, and me and Dance will be in the Institute. And I'm sure no one's going to notice him. Okay, so we found Dr. Li. That was surprisingly easy. Maybe I've talked to her before and just didn't realize it. But it does look like Paladin Danse did not make the trip with me. So it just, when you warp into the Institute, I guess it must sever ties with any companions. Creepy. Madison Li.
Dr. Li.
You again. What do you want now? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
Did I talk to her already and just it went right over my head?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lions let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Just looks like a hard, tough cookie to crack. We just need a little social lubricant here, right? Yeah, let's go with a beer.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Oh.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation.
My lady, discretion is the better part of valor, and I am nothing if not valorous. Okay, I mean, this should be a milk run. I'm just going to run over there quick. And I'm back. That was actually a bigger pain in the butt than I thought because, I mean, obviously I grabbed that holotape on my first trip to the Institute, but I subsequently dumped a bunch of stuff back at home plate, and that tape was one of the things. So I actually had to go back and dig through and pull that up. But now I got it, and I'm back. The other thing I was going to say is that
Really exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do.
Rosalind, shut it. I am glad that I did the dialogue option that I did. It looked like I could just, like, convince her straight away, but I'm not sure if we would have gotten that little tidbit about Virgil. So, even though I passed up on a speech check opportunity, I guess I'm pretty happy with how that went. So, let's see how this goes.
Doctor.
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
Here you go.
A holotape. This better not be a waste of my time.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. Not for good. At least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal, treason,
lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Li.
Boosh. All right.
I received word that Dr. Li is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Li arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Okay, so we're at the airport, ready to advance this. I am going to do my level up really quick, though. So, kind of where we're at, I picked up awareness. I haven't actually shown it yet on the recording, but I'm not super impressed with it. Going another point in here is 5% hit and 5% damage. I'll definitely pick that up, but I don't think I'm going to do it just yet. And part of my hesitation is just the fact that it's restricted to VATS. I was thinking Sandman, but I'm going to wait on that too, because this is restricted to just sneak attack. Right? If it was 15% to silenced weapons in general, then I'd have a silencer on my shotgun, I'd have a silencer on the radium rifle, and I'd just go silencer like crazy. But it's specifically for sneak. So that's not nearly as attractive as it otherwise would be. So I'll get it eventually, but once again, I'm going to put that off a bit. What I am going to do here, though, is luck. I want to get to Bloody Mess. I think that's... because that's, you know, unrestricted bonus damage. You know, that's VATS, that's out of VATS, that's everything. I feel like that's a safe path. Alright.
Proctor.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. We can't risk tipping off the Institute. For now, the fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
My help? I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Why don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Li to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with this power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Huh, okay. But yeah, kind of like she said, Liberty Prime is a big robot. He's like 3 stories tall, 4 stories maybe. And, you know, tons of weapons. He's kind of a big deal. Okay, yeah, so it looks like she's here in the hangar bay.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
God, what an old battle axe. What is her deal?
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
Alright, I got some more alcohol here. That's the trick. That's the trick with these Asians. Liquor. Yeah, that's right. Come at me.
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
No, that won't be necessary. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Told you. Just a little alcohol. Let's go dance.
Hey.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Maybe I should come back later.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We might not be the best of friends, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Dr. Li's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Easy peasy.
Dr. Li.
Any luck with those actuators yet? Liberty Prime isn't going far without his arms and legs.
Looks like Liberty Prime's coming along. Can't wait to see this.
Yeah. So they got it moved out here. Yep, he's gonna be big. I think my estimate was about right. 3 or 4 stories. I think this seems taller than a standard story.
I thought she was a traitor.
Okay, so we're back at Big John's Salvage. I got Danse with me. We're going to head southwest to these locations here. Ooh, hub flower. Yeah, so here's a look at that perk that I picked up that shows, quote, weaknesses. So it shows you armor and energy resist. And I assume the little circle with a line through it means they're immune to poison and radiation. So, not super crazy. Ooh. Exo 1 torso. I like that. I might need that. Just sitting out here on the road.
Feels like you can take on the world in there, doesn't it?
Indeed. Oh, that's a lot of 50 cal. That's a welcome. But anyway, so yeah, I'm so far not super impressed with what that perk is giving me in terms of a readout. It's mostly just common sense, it seems like. In other news, I was able to... Where are these hostels? One of the open questions that I had previously was around the damage the radium rifle is doing. And I actually did find two additional radium rifles. Both of them had special attributes. But neither one of them were better than the one I have. But that did allow me to confirm that the damage number that I'm seeing is for both of the shots that it fires as its special ability. What is that? Oh, that's a super mutant, wasn't it? So when I'm comparing it on damage, I would not... It's not per projectile, it is total damage that's showing.
I don't think we're alone.
Yeah, see, he fell down. Danse, get out of my way.
Canceling the alert. We may have a problem.
There's a whole bunch of them. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's alright. Just shake it off. It's just a nuke.
absolutely gruesome.
I don't see any more. That goes into the station. Yeah, I don't see anything else on the compass. Okay, we might have gotten a little off track here. Where is the objective? Oh, we are right on top of it. Okay. Just straight ahead is department store. Oh, yeah, there's Fallon's. Plain as day.
I believe this automated staircase was used to convey individuals.
I was going to say Super Mutant Master. Yeah, they're level up here. Alright, we might have overextended ourselves a little bit, but I'd rather have the high ground. You be vigilant. You just got snuck up on, Reese. Not Reese. Dance. Telling me to be vigilant? Come on. He's got to be in the floor below. Ooh, another master. They're in this back corner here. Alright, let's get down there.
Someone there?
Is another one yet? Yep. Alright, are we clear? It says cleared. I think I was pontificating on that quite a bit over the series here. And I think that does mean enemies, not loot. So, if we're all clear, me and Danse are going to do our thing. We're going to toss the place, and then we'll pick up, unless I find something interesting, we'll pick up at the entrance and head over to the hospital. Okay, so 3rd floor, right near the gate where the dogs were. And I cleared out a couple of guys here. There's this central little room. There's a magazine right on the table.
Hell yeah.
Permanently unlock new unique hairstyle. Essential. Essential loots. That's about it so far. This place is really big. We're going to keep looking. That'll do. Okay, so the basement level, when you go down the escalators, there's this little railroad pointer here. That's pointing to this button under the desk. You hit that button and it opens up this bookcase. There's a secret room back here. Now, before I found this, I was about to comment that there's been a lot of chests and things to pick. But then I come in here and then there's 6 more. These 2 big ones were master locks, and these were all advanced. Nothing crazy, but I mean, just a lot of stuff to pick. And then there was a key in this toolbox, which I assume would have just opened these straight away. But we got to pick them for the XP, right, Danse? That's how we do it. So yeah, we didn't find much else. We exited out the roof here of the department store. There was that hairstyle magazine, and that's basically it. Just a lot of random stuff, locks to pick. That's about it. No baubles, no good magazines. But in any case, there is the hospital. And I don't see any enemies, so we're just going to take the express route down. Like you do. Like you do when you're wearing power armor. And see if we can find the entrance to this. I mean, certainly the front door is probably a good idea.
Facilities like this were funded by privately owned corporations, more interested in making a profit than helping mankind.
Indeed. Indeed. There's gotta be enemies in here, though. There's crazy nurse bots. That's what we have to watch out for.
Miss is feeling jittery and distracted. Perhaps she's suffering from what leading doctors are calling ladies' hysteria.
Take the elevator up.
Beastly nuisance. That's done with.
Yeah, we gotta go up here.
Going down.
Oh no, taking me down? What?
Basement.
Maybe we need to go down to go up. We'll figure it out. Oh, shoot. He might have been... I didn't want to shoot him.
Nothing there after all.
Be very careful. It's likely that this entire area is biologically contained.
Protect and serve.
Yeah, so this will take me up, I assume. It's gotta.
Going up. Second floor.
Then we go back down. Ugh. Did we just come full circle? Another elevator.
Going down. Basement.
Dr. Handy MD.
Protect and serve.
And here we go. High-powered magnet. All right. Easy work. So me and Danse are gonna sweep the place, see if we can find anything good.
I know this may sound like a strange question, but tell me, what do you think about Scribe Halen?
Oh. Let me get out of this power armor. Oh my god. I don't know where this is going.
Hey, you. If you have the time to talk now, I'd still like to know what you think about Scribe Halen.
She's as dedicated as they come. Real team player.
I couldn't agree more. But I wasn't looking for an evaluation of her performance as a scribe. I wanted to know what you thought of Halen as a person.
This isn't like you, Danse. Are you gonna tell me what this is all about?
I suppose I'm beating around the bush because I don't normally find these discussions easy to handle. I'll try and get right to the point. The truth is, I'm worried about her. Since you and I are getting along so well, I felt like I could confide in you about it, to get your honest opinion.
I appreciate that you value my opinion so highly. Tell me what's on your mind.
Let me explain everything from the beginning. A few months before you found us, one of my men was shot multiple times by raiders. Halen stayed by that knight's side for 2 days straight, without sleep, fighting to keep him alive. But he was on a slow decline. I decided that his suffering needed to end, and ordered Halen to administer an overdose of painkillers, so he could die with dignity. Even though I'm certain she wanted to continue fighting for that knight's life. She injected him without question.
It sounds like she was simply following your orders.
Of course she was. Halen's never been insubordinate. But the decision whether or not to ease that soldier's suffering isn't the point here. The point is what happened later that same evening. Halen approached me while I was on watch. She didn't say a word, but I could tell something was wrong. After what felt like an eternity, she collapsed into my arms, crying. I didn't know what to do, so I just held her for a while. A few minutes later, she stopped, kissed me on the cheek, and simply said, "Thank you," before heading back into the police station. Right then it hit me. Maybe I pushed her too hard. I ordered her to ignore her instincts, to do something her medical training told her was wrong. That's why I'm worried about her. And for that matter, everyone under my command.
Come on, Danse. What is it you're really worried about here?
I don't know. Look, 4 soldiers. Over half of my team are gone. Each one of them died because of decisions that I made. I understand the risks that come with the job. We all do. But how can anyone have confidence in me anymore? Hell, how can I have confidence in myself?
Would it make you feel better if I told you that I believed in you?
Actually, it does. Well, it looks like things have taken a turn. I signed up to be your sponsor, so I teach you everything that I know. But it looks like I'm the one that needed the lesson today. All joking aside, I'm pleased that we had this discussion. And with all the problems you're facing, you still took the time to listen. It's comforting to know that I can speak to you as more than just your commanding officer.
I'm here anytime you need me, Danse.
Good. I may take you up on that someday. Anyway, thanks for letting me get that off my shoulders. I think it's been weighing on me more than I realized. I'm only sorry you had to see me at my worst, instead of at my best.
Okay. So yeah, we're back. Paladin Danse caught me running back to home plate there between locations. There wasn't anything else of note that I could find at the hospital, so I don't think there's much to find there, unless I just missed it. But we did turn in the quest to Reese, so we have the next one for Cleansing Commonwealth, which is ROXBURY, which we passed on the way to Castle, but never went in. Oh, I was thinking the restaurant, actually. We passed the restaurant. So no, we've never actually been to the brewery. So there are a bunch of locations down here we could check out at some point. But right now, I'm going to go do these electromagnetic actuators. Which I don't think is going to be a problem. I already have a supply line established from Oberland over to the airport here. So I expect I'm going to have everything I need. And then we can take a look at that next episode. I do still want to get to Railroad. These have been lagging, so I want to catch them up a little bit. So I think that's the plan for next time. But yeah, I think that'll do it. I think Paladin Danse has to be close to max. That dude loves me. But in any case, that'll do it for now. This might end up being a short one with the edit, but thank you all so much. Like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.